All right, so we're going to be talking about the sixth commandment. Now, Christians were all about love, mercy, compassion, forgiveness. However, right, the Bible was given unto the Israelite people so that they could rule. That being said, right, the ancient word in Hebrew, rasak, it cannot be translated in English as murder, nor can it be translated as kill. So in Exodus 21:12, Moses states, "Whoever strikes a man so that he dies shall be put to death." And in Numbers, this is after Exodus 25:4-8, it states, "The Lord said to Moses, take all the leaders of the people, kill them and expose them in broad daylight before the Lord, so that the Lord's fierce anger may turn away from Israel." So Moses said to Israel's judges, "Each of you must put to death those of your people who have yoked themselves to Baal Peor." Then an Israelite man brought into the camp a Midianite woman, right before the eyes of Moses and the whole assembly of Israel, while they were weeping at the entrance of the tent of meeting. When Phinehas, son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, saw this, he left the assembly, took a spear in his hand, and followed the Israelite into the tent. He drove the spear into both of them, right through the Israelite man and into the woman's stomach. So, again, this word cannot accurately be translated going from Hebrew into English as murder or kill. We find the definition of this word here in Exodus 23:7. "Keep thee from a false matter, and the innocent and the righteous do not kill, for I will not justify evil." So this ending word here has also been translated as wickedness. Now this is not correct. A wicked thing to do is to go into a grocery mart and steal a soda. But as you might assume, right, if you steal something as small as a soda, while it is a wicked thing to do, God will probably forgive you, right? That being said, Jesus instructs us as Christians in Luke 10:19, "I have bestowed you the authority to trample out serpents and scorpions and over all the power of the enemy." Right? So while Christians, we follow the New Testament, love, mercy, compassion, as a last resort. And this is for rulers, right? You don't see the people following this and taking vigilante justice into their own hands, no. But as a last resort, right, Christians are permitted to defend themselves from invasion, roundabout ways of invasion, things like that, right? Extreme measures, right? They are biblical, right? And the death penalty is something that is biblical. Christians, what the Bible will produce, if an accurate version of the Bible is accurately followed, it will produce the kingdom of heaven on earth. However, many scholars or people who are translating the Bible, they water it down. And so, when an accurate version, when practiced, will produce the kingdom of heaven on earth, right? If you water it down and you write a politically correct version of the Bible, it's not going to produce the same things as an accurately translated version of the Bible. So here is Christ telling us, and this theology is echoed throughout the New Testament and the Old Testament, that we are to drive or cast evil out from our communities, our nations, our prisons. Wickedness, Christians, you can decide, right, whether you want to associate with those people or you want to help them, right? And understanding that it's going to take your own personal wisdom, right? It's your own choice. But here in Matthew 5:13, we see Christ instructing Christians to cast and drive evil out, right? "You are the salt of the earth, but if the salt loses its saltiness, what man is able to restore its salt unto the point it is no longer good, aside from being cast out and trampled down by mankind," right? Evil is not going to go peacefully, right? And so, understanding that this is why Christ is speaking these words, and so that theology is echoed again in the Old Testament, Jeremiah 15:19. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, if you return, i.e., return back to the ways of God, then I will bring thee again, and thou shalt stand before me in the presence of God. And if you take forth the precious from the vile, you shall be as my mouth, right? If you remove good, the precious, from evil, right? And so this is something that Christians are instructed to do, but you don't see Christians doing it. It's not really what preachers want to preach. It's not really what most preachers want to do, as it is a very difficult thing to do. And so, that being said, Christianity and an accurate version of the Bible are not weakness. It is a very powerful religion, and it was designed for Christians, good, just, merciful, loving people, to rule. But that involves, right, doing things that Christians, we don't really like to do all the time. So, nor is an accurate version of Christianity or the Bible going to be politically correct. Now, again, Christianity was designed to rule and teach people how to build and establish a good life for themselves and those that they love. If a version of the Bible is translated accurately, followed and obeyed, it will produce the kingdom of heaven in your life, in your community, and in your nation. However, a watered-down version of the Bible, translated to make large amounts of finance, preached to make large amounts of finance, right? It is not going to be as beneficial. It could even be detrimental for you and your nation, and sometimes that is what we've seen done today in the world. But one more time, right? If an accurate version of the Bible is followed and obeyed, it will produce the kingdom of heaven in your life, in your family, and in your community, and in your nation.